Okay. I gotta have some sort of a game plan here. If I'm just trying to execute a technique, it won't necessarily work. Okay? Different attackers, different conditions, different sizes. Okay? I need to understand very quickly what I'm up against. I have one of two options. Either go in or go around. This is the danger zone. Every weapon has a range that it likes. The knife likes this range. From here, I can stab. If he tries any sort of control from this range, from here, if he tries to grab or something like that, it's going to be very easy for me to attack. It's very hard to control a hand when you don't have control of the body. Great. So, come over here. If I find myself close in, from here he stabs, I want to get closer. I want by any means possible to control. I control his arm, but I control the body as well. And from here, I get to work. Okay? If I'm relatively at a longer range, from here I want to try to keep him away. You get really messed up when you walk through the danger zone. When I go from about here, and he stabs multiple times, and I'm trying to fight through his defense. If he's back, keep him back if you can. We'll talk in a second about what happens to do when he's controlling you with the leading hand. Okay? But now we're going to do the same drill, and you're going to have a plan. Either you stay out, or if you find yourself close, keep him in. Now your plan's going to change depending on who's in front of you, okay? Mark and me are about the same size. I can reasonably control him. Okay? If I've got somebody this size, by all means necessary, I want to keep him away from me. I grab a chair, I do something. But understand the technique will only take you so far. So what's this drill about? It's about making mistakes. It's about figuring out what doesn't work and then what does work. And then we're going to switch you partners. And then you find what worked on your previous partner may not work on the partner in front of you. So Krav Maga is about figuring out very quickly what's the problem in front of you and solving it. That's different from going, okay, I have an attacker who's attacking me this way. I need to do this technique. Forget about techniques. Figure out what you want to accomplish and what's the best way to do that against the problem in hand. I'm not giving you any instructions yet. No techniques. Figure out the problem, fix it, and as soon as you've almost figured it out, you're going to get a whole new problem with a different partner. Ben, grab a knife. What's critical is context, okay? The best technique in the world, in the wrong context, won't work. You'll get hurt, you'll get killed. I need to understand what context, what the threat is, what I'm trying to achieve, so that I can prepare for it. I know that somebody strong like Ben, here, there's no way that I can control his hand, okay? He's going to pull his hand out. If I have two hands, he's probably going to use his other hand to pull out, or maybe push me. I have no control over you. There's so many ways, push. There's so many ways that he can keep me back. It's just not going to work. So this is a really messed up position. And I wish I could sell you like a Hollywood solution where I block, you know, I do a nice thing, I take him down to the ground. I don't know any one of these. I know many of these techniques. I don't know any one of them that under pressure, under a determined attacker that's trying to resist you, will consistently work beautiful. Right? I have a technique that works excellent all the time, for beginners even, but it's not beautiful. We said I either separate if I can, or I need to go in, because this is messed up. So we're going to start this in a relatively close range. From here, he attacks. I don't have much of a strike, but I can control him here very well. I'm controlling the whole body, not his hand. The hand he can pull away. The body, Ben's strong, but if he pulls away, he brings me with him. The knife ain't going anywhere. Now I told you it's not beautiful because I'm probably going to get cut up here. Hell, depending on the angle, I can even get cut up here. Sort of. I'm controlling it. The knife has to have a bit movement. It's a sacrifice. I'm sacrificing this and it's not nice. Don't have any fantasies. This will mess you up really bad. But the other alternative is with the multiple strikes, it's me trying to control something here. That's much worse. Okay? So I'm choosing a technique that will consistently work. That's very easy to do. That works every time for everybody. Doesn't take a lot of skill to do. And it's a surefire thing. Why? Because on this sort of threat, I got to have something that's surefire. Don't have a technique that, you know, is very technical that sometimes works. So what do I do from here? I want to grab in and I want to control strong. I can strike. I can go from a control. I separate and I move away. Come a little bit closer. Close range, we start this one. I block. Oh, it's probably going to be even an instinctual block. My hands just come up because this is a really bad position. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to shoot forward. Bring my armpit to his hand. I'm going to roll. I'm going to lock in. And I'm going to close my fist and I'm going to bring it way up to really lock over here. The other hand pushes on the head. Knees, knees, as I'm sliding back onto here. I'm here, it's a good place to start with, but the knife comes through the middle. Up. I can control this, but why get into this position? Up. I slide out. I've got control. If you want to grab my legs, I have good control of him. Boom! And I can be offensive to move out. My favorite technique in Krav Maga. For years it was overlooked because why would I do a technique that I get cut up? There is a downside to this technique, but the upside that it's so consistent, gets results, as far as I'm concerned, makes this the best technique that we've got in a really bad situation. Questions? Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, grab a training partner. Let's go.